Hello everybody, welcome. Whoops, turn my light on. It's Monday, 8 p.m. Eastern. It's time for Stamping with Denise. Welcome. I'm running a little bit behind, so I'll get my other little light here set up. How is everybody today? It'll take everyone a second to find us. Here in the U.S., we have a big holiday coming up this weekend. I'm actually looking forward to getting away. So that being said, there's not going to be a live next week, but then I will be back the following week, okay? Let me pull this up here on my computer and see, so I can see what we got here. Okay. There we go. Okay. Let's see if I can share this. Share it to my time. There we go. Okay. I swear Facebook changes stuff, it seems like. So, okay. If y'all remember last week, I made this really pretty card using it's called Jacob's Coat. That's the technique. Remember, I laid the color down. I had Pool Party, Granny Apple Green, and I think it might have been Magenta Madness. Laid that down on the white cardstock. I stamped the images in Versamark, used clear embossing powder, and then went over the whole thing in black ink and then wiped the ink off the color, off the leaves, and then the color shows through. Isn't that pretty? And so because she shared my video and her name was chosen this week when I did the randomizer, Maria Pavlich is going to get this card. So Maria, I will get this out to you in the mail within the next day or two. And remember, if you like what you see, share it with your friends. They might like to see it too. And you might get a chance to win tonight's card. The one that we make, okay? Okay, so, and like I think I told you I wasn't going to be here next week. I'm going to be out of town, getting away for a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and get started and put the phone up in the holder. And we're going to get started. I have a really pretty card for you, and I'm going to try something a little different with it. We'll see if it works. Hang tight here. So let's see how that is. Try to hold on to that so it doesn't. Okay. So this is the card. We're going to make one similar to this tonight, but just a little bit different. This uses the Forever Gold laser cut specialty paper and the gold hoops that come, they're part of the Forever Greenery suite of products. See, in this pack you get 10 of these gold hoops. And I don't know, let's see what the diameter is on them. They're about 2 1/4 inches in diameter. And I think they're a metal, I think. They kind of sounded to me yesterday like they were, anyway. And then I forgot to bring the paper over. Let me grab this laser cut specialty paper. Hang tight here. Okay, here we go. I'm coming. It's kind of fragile, so I have to be careful. Okay, so in the laser cut specialty designer series paper, you get 6 sheets. You get 2 of this. I know that's going to be bright, and I've used some of this. I used this on another video. You have so you have 3 of these sheets, and then you have 3 of these sheets, you know, for making card fronts. So on this card, I used this one here, which is kind of modern, kind of little Art Deco-y to me. Tonight we're going to be using this one, but we got some leaves here, some foliage, and then this one looks a little bit like it might be, oh, I don't know, Indian or something. So you get 3 sheets of those. So sometimes it's hard to know what to do with these pieces. So let me put this out of the way. And so I saw someone make a card similar to this, and so I kind of mixed it up a little bit. And I'm going to try a different version tonight. So I hope you like it. Hang tight, and we're going to see. I'm going to start out with crumb cake for this one. And so this is half of an 8.5 by 11, so it's 8.5 by 5.5. And this is just an 1/8 inch smaller. And then I've run it through the an embossing folder, the Pinewood plank embossing folder, to get this wood texture on it. So let me see, that makes this card, this piece 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. So when I ran it through there to give it that texture, to me it kind of looked like a front door. So right now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use the Tombow glue, and we're going to put that piece down right on the base to get started with. And then we're going to move on to something else. Now, we'll put this on when I'm ready to attach the wreath, I think, okay? So I'm going to set this aside for a second. The lady that I watched make one of these, let me step back. I want to show you on here, I use different, I use the dies from this suite, and I use these little leaf patterns, these leaves, and then I don't know what this is supposed to be exactly. And I cut them out in a lot of different colors and just kind of played till I found a combination I liked. Then I used this Old Olive Pretty Peacock iridescent ribbon on it, and because those were 2 colors I'd used in there. And then I don't know if you can see this little gold fringy stuff. This is the gold thread that's in the Forever Greenery ribbon pack, and it frays very, very easily, which is good if you're doing something like this, and it's bad if you don't want it to. So kind of put that in there too. This one I thought this piece to me looked a bit like a screen door. So I'm going to do more of a casual wreath, and I'm thinking spring and summer colors and flowers, okay? This one to me is a little more sophisticated. I want something a little more casual, okay? But the lady I watched do this, she just layered a lot of the Tombow, we call it the green glue, to attach this wreath, or the gold hoop on. I didn't have any luck with that, to attach it with that, but it worked for helping to put my pieces of greenery on. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my silicone mat, and I'm going to work on there until I'm ready to actually put it on my card. So I went ahead, I cut out a lot of pieces. When I'm doing something like this, you know, and I don't know what I want, for me it's just easier to cut out a bunch of pieces in different colors and play with it. So I've got Just Jade, this is Garden Green, this one is Old Olive, Pear Pizzazz, Soft Seafoam, and Mossy Meadow. So I don't know what colors I'm going to use. We're just going to kind of play here and see. But this way I don't have to keep getting up and down for the die, you know, to use the die cut machine and all of that. So I think I've got these leaves. What I'm going to do, because this is what I did initially when I was trying to adhere this hoop onto here, was I just put a ton, and this is what she did. She just put a ton of glue like this, okay? And that, it helped her when she was placing her pieces, but also to glue it on there. Again, like I said, I didn't feel like it stayed very well. Oh, my scissors, hang tight. Told you I'm rushing a little bit tonight. So anyway, I'm gonna use my silicone mat, then I won't have to worry about getting my space dirty. And I'm gonna cut one of these. This is one of the Pear Pizzazz one in pieces, and I'm just gonna kind of cut it to separate it like that. And you know, a lot of this will be hidden under other things. And I think I'm going to do maybe another one, and this is the Old Olive. And then we'll just, you know, I can put another drop. This will have a lot of glue under here, but you know what? It'll be okay. I'll put some more. Well, you know what? Yeah, that is Old Olive. Okay. You know, I'm going for more of a spring kind of look. So some of these other colors, like the Pretty Peacock and the Shaded Spruce, I didn't think were quite the right shades of green. I'm going to have that one kind of hang out there. And so be a little delicate with it, but it'll work. Let's see, what else are we going to do here? I'm looking at what I've done. We've got some of this. Again, I don't know what this is supposed to be. I really don't. I'm going to kind of cut this in half here. Oh, you know what I should have done? I should have used a whole one going either direction. Well, whatever. No, you know what I'll do? I'll throw this back over here. I've got two of these in this Mossy Meadow. And that's a nice deep green, so that'll be good. And it's way more glue than I need, but that's okay. Just kind of lay it on here. It's the nice thing about when you're working with, you know, leaves, foliage, flowers, things like that. It doesn't have to be perfect, because in nature it's not perfect. So let's see. Okay. I want to use some of the little ones. Maybe I'll pull the garden green of those in there and pull those in. And put a little bit of glue on the back of these and kind of attach them. And I'm going to spread them out just a little bit so that because I want them to show from behind my ribbon bow that I'm going to put. So anyway, okay. Whoops. This looks a bit messy, but it will dry up clear, and like I said, the bow will cover up a lot of it too. This is one of those things you just kind of don't know what it's going to turn out like until you do it. Put it about like up there. I'm going to get press this down on here a little bit. I love this little tool. It's very helpful. I got it a long time ago. So, whoops. Let's see. Put it like that. There we go. That stuck to my finger. There we go. See? It'll give it a second there to kind of all settle down. Okay. And I think that what I'm going to use for my bow today is this brand new ribbon. It's the Gingham ribbon in one of the new in colors called Bumblebee. So while that dries just a second, I'm going to make my bow. And I make this really simple. And you know, you don't need to tie a knot. I just do the bunny ear thing. You know, we make 2 bunny ears and then tie those together. Okay. And I always leave it attached to my ribbon spool because if I don't like it, or I waste less because I only use pretty much what I need. The only thing I'll waste is a little bit on this side, most likely. Let's see, size-wise. Perfect. Okay, I'm just trying to let that dry for a second here. So I'm gonna cut this down, and I'm gonna cut it down this way. Whoops. There we go. I have glue on my hands, so it wants to stick. I think that size will be good. So let's see, I'm gonna set this off to the side for right now. Yeah, see, I can turn this over. And what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna get a piece of paper towel here. I'm gonna wipe a little bit of that glue off of the back of that, because I am going to put what I ended up attaching mine with, because I couldn't get the glue to hold it really well, was glue dots. I just put a ton of glue dots right along the back here behind the leaves, and I'm just kind of wiping the glue off of the ring itself. So let me get my glue dots here. I'm almost out on this roll, but and you'll see, I think it'll work fine, and then we'll get our card base together and go from there. So I just put, where's my, hold on here. Okay. See, I just kind of put them like that. Okay, here we go. And it's held it really well. And then I'll show you what I did. Was able to secure the top of it to the card too a little bit. And it was really simple to do. But I'm not sure this is really the way they intended it, but it's what's worked for me. Come on. Well, those glue dots got hung up in the glue. So we'll go back over that. There we go. I really like our green Tombow glue, but you know, it's different than, it's not like an Elmer's glue, and that's because it's a latex based glue. Come on. It does not, like I said, shoot, guys. Tear that off. It's stuck on my finger again. Good grief. Okay. You know what we're going to do? We're going to start from the other end and work our way to the center. There we go. I will have to clean up when I'm done. Clean the glue off my scissors and everything, but that's okay. I suppose I could use my other tool, but I think I'm done really for the most part with my scissors. Oh, I'm getting it on my leaves. Oh, well. Not a problem. Let me see, where did I put? Let me put another glue dot or two. I'm almost done with my roll here. Put one right here. Come on. There we go. Okay, that's enough of that. Let me tear that piece off there. Okay, so let me bring in the card base here. And attaching this could be tricky, but you know, in this case it doesn't have to be, because we're going to put the glue kind of right behind where the wreath would go. So kind of like right in here. Just going to put some glue, kind of like that. And then it'll get anchored down again too. So then I'm going to take this. Remember, I've got glue dots on the back of this. There we go. That's not bad. Attach that down. Like I said, it's holding on there. It'll take it a little while to dry. But, I mean, look, I can already hold it up. So, it's working. So, let's see now. Let me get my silicone mat out of the way so I don't get glue on that. Doesn't want to lay flat there. So remember, we're going to put this bow right here in the center. Because to me, I'm looking like a summer wreath, you know, kind of a screen door on a porch or something like that. That's kind of what it looked like to me. So I put a glue dot on the back of my bow. I'm going to put it right there. And then I wanted to add some flowers to it. Okay, initially I was going to use the flowers out of this basket of blooms. First I was going to use this one because it has the coordinating punch. Then I realized that the scale was way too big. Then I thought about this one, but they were still too big. So what I decided to use, I don't know if you've seen it in the catalog. It's on page 9. It's the Boho Indigo product medley. Well, in this, it has these cute little paper flowers. There's some big ones and some smaller ones. So I decided those would probably work. I'm going to use some of the smaller. That's the larger one, and that's the smaller one. The medley is really pretty. It's got some great colors and stamp sets, and it has a refill pack that includes paper and extra of these little flowers. So I'm going to use some of these small flowers. These are paper, so I can color them. And the scale is just about right. I did one here. This one was in, I believe, light flirty flamingo. So I'm going to put a little dab of glue on here and put this on my wreath, like about right there. And I'm going to do a couple more, I'm going to do some more flowers and some other colors. Probably about 2 or 3 more flowers. Color those with our blends. Let's see, let's get a yellow one. What's this one here? I don't want that one. I'm looking for the daffodil. Here we go. This is the dark daffodil delight. So I'm going to use this one. And I'm just going to color, I'm going to use the other end so I can do it a little brighter. And I had to go over that pink one. I had to go over it a couple times to get the color I wanted. But they say these are paper, but they feel like they're like a really light felt or something. So there's one in the Daffodil Delight. That's the dark. Whoops. Let's see. Let's find another color here. How about a blue flower? What color? What do I have here? Dark balmy blue. That looks good. That's a nice spring summer color. I'm all about lots of variety of colors in my garden. So anyway, if you're joining me late, welcome. Remember, if you like what you see, share the video, comment share down below, and get a chance. I might draw your name. You might get this card next week if your name is chosen. And then I'm going to do a purple, I think. Is this? Yeah, we'll do this one. This is the dark Highland Heather. This is a purple. So it'll be some bright, kind of springy colors on here. I mean, you know what? On that Flirty Flamingo, I think I used the light one and I had to go over it a couple times. I probably should have used the light on this. So this is pretty dark. I want it a little bit lighter, but that's okay. Anyway, so there we go. There's some different colors there. So I'm going to put a little dab of glue on the back of this, a little bit of Tombow. put whoops, okay. It didn't fall, glue down, so that's good. What are the odds of that, huh? Okay, I'm gonna put it right here. Let me pick this one up here. Put a dab of glue. You can see this little tool. I love it. It's tight when you don't open, when it's just on its own, and I like it. I'll put the little purple flower there, and let's get a little yellow flower. Put a little dab of glue on that. Well, I like how this is turning out. Okay. So, remember I talked about adhering the top of this? What I ended up doing was I took some glue, a couple of glue dots, and I just kind of rolled them in kind of a line, you know, for lack of a better, just a little roll, and put it right under the edge of this hoop here. That's not the way I wanted it there. Let me get that back under there. There we go. It's right under there. So if I kind of roll it up, not in a ball so much as more of a oblong piece. This is a better tool to use because it's smaller. Put that right under there. Perfect. That's right where I want it there. Beautiful. Okay, so far I'm liking this. These ends are kind of, I didn't have that problem on this one, but you know what we're going to do? We're going to go ahead and do the sentiment, and then if we need to, we can tack down. I think the top's okay, maybe just the bottom needs to be adhered just a little bit. So, if I had it, what I thought, oh, you know what? I feel like I need something else in here. I feel like I need something else. Got some more green. You know what? That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put some more of these leaves in here in another color. I'm going to kind of just wedge, just like you would another, you know, a flower arrangement, just kind of wedge it in there. There we go. Oh, yeah. Gives it a little more height there. And then I don't have any of the little, I don't know if I should put any of that little gold thread stuff there or not. But can I get this under there? Whoops, no, I'm going to have to cut it a little bit shorter. I'm going to put that, I'm not going to get glue on something. Okay, let's put a little bit of glue on this. There we go. It'll just be a little short piece, right there. There we go. I like that a little better. Perfect. Wonderful. Okay, so I'm going to use the same sentiment I used here. It's Smile. It's from the Lovely You stamp set. I love the font on here. I should use the Smile. Another one that would be nice on there would be Welcome. But I'm going to use the Just Jade, which is one of our new in colors. And I've got a piece of Very Vanilla, just a scrap, okay? I'm going to just stamp it on here. That's all I need to do on that. And then I'm going to hand cut it out. I'm just going to trim it up. You know, it's small enough that it's easy enough to do. So, I mean, if you really want to, you can put it on a trimmer or something, but I don't think you need to. And then we're going to use a piece, this is a scrap of Designer Series paper, and I'm going to use that just like I did here, a little piece right underneath it. Let's see if it's that long. I'll cut just a little bit longer. And I'm going to cut it down just a little bit too. Let's see how that's going to look. I'm going to put that there. And like that. I like that. That'll work well. Okay, so I'm going to use this to hold on to. This way I don't get glue all over me and everything else. Let me just spread that out. I'm not adding any more glue. I'm just going to spread it out a little bit. There we go. Okay. Put that right about there. Perfect. Then I'm going to do the same thing with this. A little bit of glue on that. I'm going to put it kind of toward the bottom and right out at the side. There we go. Just, whoops. See, I got a little glue on my finger and it wanted to stick to my finger. Okay, there's that. So I'm just going to tack this down. I'm not going to even glue. Try not to squeeze any. I just want to get a little bit of glue on to touch that corner there to hold it down. Yeah, see, I got a little more than I wanted. Let me get another piece of paper towel. There we go. And there we go. Perfect. And you can see, I mean, it's not falling off. It's already pretty dry, and probably in another 10 minutes, it's going to be completely dry. So there you go. This, again, like I said, it was using the gold hoops. There's 10 in a package. And it used the Forever Gold Laser Cut Designer Series paper for me. It wanted to come up. I better hold it for a second. So I hope you like these. Make sure you share your video, comment, share down below, and maybe I'll be sending one of these to you for next week. Okay, guys, thank you so much for joining me, and I hope you have a great rest of your week. Remember, I'm not going to be here next week. I'm going to be traveling a little bit for the 4th of July holiday. So take care, everybody. Thank you so much. Bye-bye now.